Laura Chong, Something Different, Mixed Media, Colored Pencil and Pen. Creekview High School, Teacher Bob Thomas. Weirdly enough, this particular color of pink gave me a nostalgic feeling of the past of when I was a little girl, and I wanted to recreate it. I used colored pencils with different shades of pink, red, orange, yellow, purple, and even blue to make it. May Crockett, Pirouetting Capri, Colored Digital Photography, Episcopal School of Dallas, teacher Janice Heffley. Growing up in the theater, I became interested in an actor's ability to tell a story, creating another world for the audience. My favorite theater is whimsical, with costumes, bold colors, props, and lights. All of these elements contribute to my AP concentration of theatrical portraits. I was inspired to shoot with an underwater camera. Holden K. Foxworth, Weave, Art Metals, Episcopal School of Dallas. Teacher Barbara Purdy. My main focus is on the design of small decorative boxes. I designed and finished my first box as a sophomore, but I was not satisfied with the outcome. Thus, I continue to design more boxes, striving for perfection with each detail. Madison Frank. Fondue au rouge. Sure, my Texas twang did that justice. Relief print. Episcopal School of Dallas, teacher Kathleen Raymond. I've always loved bright colors, bold lines, and pop art. Roy Lichtenstein's work has made a major influence on my art this year. To complete this piece, I carved into a linoleum block in separate stages, resulting in 3 different colored layers. Sullivan Franklin Mitchell, Blooming Coral. It's Sculpey clay. ESD, Barbara Brault is the teacher. I was drawn to botanical images because something beautiful happens when small individual parts are layered or combined to make a whole. I began exploring a wide variety of flowers and discover how they differ in size and shape and color. I found that each blossom has its own personality, movement, and complex structure. Julian Gamm, Unrest, Mixed Media, Ink and Marker, Poteet High School, teacher Terry Rahosik. This work shows the architectural elements within plants. I wanted to show the organic chaos of an unusual plant I found last summer while doing field studies in Hawaii. I used contour line to create organization and rhythm. I eliminated color to emphasize the complex structure of the plant. Lee Garcia, Hansel and Gretel, Mixed Media, Paper and Tape, Booker T, teacher Paige Fur. Literature allows the imagination to enter a completely alternative world. By transferring this concept into literal terms, I created a sculpture which visually illustrates a book coming to life. Levi Garza, All That Jazz, Mixed Media, Newman Smith, High School, teacher Kay Cavan. Non-representational images have always interested me. I used watercolor to create a surface of red, orange, and yellow orange, and then cut out a variety of shapes. I created a black and teal paper collage and placed it beneath to create contrast. The explosion of colors and shapes remind me of jazz. Udnam Hudwani, in black and white. Mixed Media, Temper and Ink. Colleyville Heritage, Heidi Shaban Cortese, teacher. The sunglasses and facial expression add a mysterious component to this piece. My work illustrates the concept that not everything is in black and white. Sometimes there is something beyond the obvious. Elizabeth M. Hardesty, Education, Mixed Media, Creekview High School, teacher Bob Thomas. I was inspired solely by color. I glorify its existence and our ability to sense it. I use many colors as well as random marks and pictures, so the focus and main idea is the color. Carlos Hernandez, Empty Refuge, Ceramics, Petite High School, Teacher Mary Long. My sculpture is modeled after a seashell using natural texture and invented texture. I like the idea of creating an object that looked as if some creature had once inhabited and then abandoned it. So the viewer is left wondering about what was once inside. Hannah Kim, Card Shock. Mixed Media, Playing Cards and Wire, Coppell High School, Teacher Tamara Westervelt. Influenced by the sculpture at the Flora Daniel Engineering Building at Clemson University, I overlapped the playing cards to create a wave-like pattern and connected it with the repetition in the shark as well. I wanted to create a piece that translated the whimsicality of the pun card shop. Jake Ledbetter, Glow, Mixed Media, Booker T. Washington, Teacher Nancy Miller. The dazzling glow and vibrant colors of a towering Dallas cityscape speak to me in a way that I can only express through art. I sat in the cold December night and recorded that visual magic. Now there's a student that loves his teacher. There's a teacher that loves his student. And there's a very tall student and a short teacher. Sarah Lee, The Entrance. Watercolor, Coppell High School, Tamara Westervelt. I've always noticed shoes and their interesting designs. In many cultures, shoes convey traces of life. Van Gogh used shoes to symbolize a gloomy, deep, and dark life. In contrast, I use shoes to express a lively, joyful, and pleasant view of life. Watercolor allowed me to create bright and intense colors to convey my shoes as cheerful and full of life. Robert Lee, Tigerfish, Mixed Media, Coppell High School, Teacher Tamara Westervelt. I wanted to stray from my comfort zone and try a completely different style. The abstract ideas and concepts have always been an enigma to me, so I set out to create a work in the likes of Joan Moreau. I was particularly intrigued by his simple works consisting of a morphed subject, dark outlines, various shape, and flat colors. Julie Merlis, Pencil of Nature. Color Digital Photography, Episcopal School of Dallas, Janice Heffley. While visiting the Dallas Arboretum, I was inspired to take this photograph by the saturation of color at dusk and the reflections on the water. My AP concentration is reflections, and my preferred shooting style is pictorialistic. The textures of the grasses and the reflections of shapes and colors in the water create a painterly effect and a surrealistic perspective. Daniel Munoz Vidal, Value Study, Pencil, Booker T. Washington, Teacher Nancy Miller. I arranged my chairs to create an interesting composition and used spotlights to define dramatic value.